So, is it the two books? Do you have anything else that you have written already, or is this the first?
I don't have anything that's finished, but
Mhm.
like you, I have troves of started stuff. So I have a lot of fiction that I've started. Um, Another semi autobiographical. Only reason why I say semi is because I'm not gonna tell you all my business, but I'll tell you enough, to keep you interested.
Yeah.
But and I have those ideas in my computer, and then back when we used to write, I have them in a notebook that's kind of right behind me, this big binder full of books. One mystery novel, it's called Damaged Goods,
Okay.
and I don't know when that one will be get finished. Maybe when I get back to the land, I'll be able to finish it. I
Uh-huh.
was just out there this past couple of days or so ago, and when I woke up, I was like, "This is what I need to write.
Okay.
This around me, So
When is
we'll
your
see about
plan
that.
to go back out there? Like, you plan on moving?
I do, inshallah. I think we next summer, actually.
2022. Well, if any of your books become movies, I'll let you, girl.
Oh yes, already. I wouldn't even look anywhere else.
Awesome.
I think some of them could be movies. E-
I
the
can
one
adapt
thing
them.
about my books is, a lot of them I wrote in some of my darker times, and so I know they would make good movies, but I think about going back and editing the content
Yeah.
because of my mood of the time.
Yeah.
So, but I know they would make good movies.
Yeah. For sure. I have, yeah, a lot, a lot of stories, but it will take some doing to get those out. But that's a whole other conversation. We could have a part two to this conversation just about the land. But oh,
Yeah, my husband and I. Why am I saying my husband and I? Kareem and I have talked about, that movie, that book.
yeah,
You can write that book from 800 different perspectives, and it'll be just as good. Each one will be just as good. So
yeah.
yeah, we got to get together on that one.
I'm so afraid.
All right, that's the conversation I have with people.
Yeah, it's different when it's your choice. Um, but yeah, so what is your plan, like your action plan for getting your novels published or
So I actually want to self-publish.
okay.
I don't want to because as I talk to people now more who have done books or doing books, and what I hear is when you work with a publisher, their input goes into your book, your product, and I don't want anyone's input.
Mhm.
I'm not open to that, not at the moment,
Yeah.
at least. But however, with self-publishing, there there is a lot of work in that, as far as editing and putting your book together, and buying your copies so that you can sell them and things like that. But I'm up for the challenge.
Mhm.
I think I have some friends in Arkansas. I don't know why I keep being so surface with you. So
It's fine. Did you catch my interview with Dr. Keisha? Did you
yes,
see
I
that?
did. I loved it. Every moment of it. I was like just dying. It was so great.
So, so another friend of ours, Sadina, I don't know if you've met her. Have you met her? She was in
Uh,
Fort Worth, mastered. So she was like saying the whole time she was watching it, she goes, "Are they gonna say they're sisters? Are they gonna say they're related?" And she said, "We never did." And I said,
no, y'all didn't. I was saying that the same thing.
It's a professional interview." Even when she said, "I have a sister who lives in Atlanta." I was like, I edited that out. I was like, I don't need.
Yeah, it's different, but you try to, it is the professional, even when you know somebody. So
Yeah.
you try to kind of sort of remember that. I have worked with some clients that are really close, and I'm like, I'm separating
Yeah.
Me. You're not talking to me. You're talking to the coach. And
Yeah.
so we're not gonna bypass what you just said. Things like
Yeah.
that. As a professional, you have to be a little different. It can be about the connection. But I do have friends in Arkansas and Little Rock that I grew up with
Mhm.
that I think would help me with editing.
Mhm.
And I'll hit that. I'm almost there though. I only have 2 chapters left in this one book, I think.
How
Um,
long is it? How many pages?
it's not. Once I'm finished, it's probably just going to be about 2:15. It's not
Just.
very long. It's not very long at all. But
Yeah.
you're not a reader, so I don't know. So I got into these Casey Mills novels. She calls it romance with an edge. It's about romance, but it's a for lack of a better description, a hood setting.
Okay.
So they're usually drug dealers and you know some kind of content that would be considered hood, I guess, whatever that means. But I you can read 3 of them in a day.
Oh, okay.
They're short and captivating, and that was my goal when I first started writing my books. But I changed the content because I kind of took you know things out that I'm not gonna do anymore. But my goal was to make them short and sweet and have people looking forward to the next one. So I'm not trying to make this one series very long. So
Okay.
in 2008 or 9, I came up with a name for my book company, Lioness Marks. And I said I was going to self publish all my books and, copyright Lioness Marks. I actually made a poetry book and did that with it. I've never put it out because of the poems. But so that we said we were going to self publish and put everything with the stamp of Lioness Marks on it. So that's
Okay.
our.
I think people self-publish on Amazon, right? I've heard of people doing that.
Yes, I've looked into that with Amazon. I kind of don't like the percentage that they take,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
not horrible, and it's a good way to get started,
Mhm.
especially if a challenge for you is to get your product for sale. So
Mhm.
you can do that with pre-sales, but I think sometimes you may need to get out there a little bit first. And so it is an option available to me. I got all of the information in a folder about it. So we'll,
Very
we'll,
cool.
we'll see how that works.
Speaking of branding, I have thought about starting a production company, like film,
Mhm.
and calling it the Land Productions.
Oh, that's amazing. I love it. I love it.
So, like my next short film, I was like, I'm just gonna put it in the credits. It's unofficial. I'm just gonna do it. But yeah,
Yeah, I love it. It's
yeah,
such a great idea. It really is. I
cool.
can't wait. I can't wait to tell my husband. You said that. It's such a great idea.
Yeah.
He can definitely, he writes and he's still just as great of a writer as he's always been. And he has content. He actually has a finished book um,
Oh wow.
that he wrote a while ago, and we have it just in a box in the closet. So we just need to get it out there. We need to focus on our things. We
Yeah.
tend to get distracted thinking there's some kind of line we need to toe, but really, you just focus on what you want to focus on.
Yeah. I've decided in 2021 to just go full steam ahead, 100% of my energy. So
That's great.
yeah.
I'm all for it because
Awesome.
that old saying, if you build it, they will come, and it's so true. It's like, how are they just building this apartment complex down the street when they just built this other one, and then the next week it's filled up? So
Yeah.
if
Very
you
cool.
build it, they will come.
Maybe I'll even have like a film studio out near your house
Oh, that's good. That's good.
for the production company.
That's good. The
All right.
space is there.
Yes, just
Yeah.
keep manifesting it, and everything. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, it's not, there's no time to waste. That's the one thing I learned from COVID, just the whole global pandemic. I was like, I mean, you always know no one's guaranteed tomorrow and you can walk in front of a bus. But it was just seeing it. I was watching CNN wall to wall coverage over the summer,
Yeah.
and then the riots and everything. And it just seemed like, why am I working this job that I don't like? Why am I spending 60 hours a week on something that's like not benefiting me? Only way it's benefiting me is my bank account. Um, but
Yeah.
but what is that to show? Like, if I did die tomorrow, then what would I have to show? Oh, well, she worked a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I
Yeah.
want to leave something that they can go back to.
But
Before COVID, MS did that for me. Before COVID, MS forced me to sit down and think about how I have all of this stuff I want to do and I'm not doing it.
priorities. Well, thank you so much. This has been a wonderful, amazing conversation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. And you have a wonderful day. And thank you again for joining me.
Okay, you too. Thank you for having me. I'm excited about being here, so I really appreciate it.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Bye.
I look forward to it. You got support with us, so I'm just looking forward to it.
Very cool. And when your books are published, when they are published, I I will read them.
Oh, okay. I don't know because I'm probably not going to start out with the audio book. So
Okay.
they're
I
short
have,
though, really, really concise stories. Here, here,
yeah.
here, and there, except for chaos. But you might find chaos interesting. So
If it's interesting, I'll read it. I will. I read a book every few years, so you got me. You'll be the
oh,
next
okay,
one.
I'll be in there in the lineup. Okay, I see.